If you don't have an answer to these two questions, you are making a big mistake. Now let me explain. I'm saying you're making a big mistake, but I haven't even asked you the questions yet. Okay, are you ready to discuss some D&D today? Because I am, my friend. Let's get right into this, my friends. I had this thought today. I've had it before, and I feel like this is something that needs to be expressed in the milieu, the genre, the realm of character creation and development. So, for a one-shot, this may or may not help you, but certainly if you're planning a long-term campaign, these two questions will absolutely set the stage for your character. And what I've done in the past myself is never even bothered to ask these two questions. So get to the point already. What are the two questions, right? This is what you need to know. How and why did you become an adventurer? Now the how, that might seem simple, right? That might seem real simple and almost too mundane to even pose those questions. But I guarantee you, if you ask these questions of yourself in character or in relationship to your character, these two questions will hugely ground what you're doing, why you're playing the game in a sense in the first place, as this being, as this person, or whatever. If you're a dragonborn, if you're a Goliath, if you're a human, if you're a halfling, that's fine. That tells you a little bit about what you have as far as your characteristics, features, traits, etc., what you look like. If you have your backstory of how you grew up and where you learned your skill and all those things, those are great. Those are very important to describing and determining how you act in character, how your character acts, right? However, these two questions, how and why did you become an adventurer, they're like the foundation of why you're even at the table in the first place. And it could be, your answers to these questions could be very simple. They don't really necessarily need to be involved. Like, literally, it could be, I just decided to go adventuring one day because it sounded like fun. I mean, that is a completely different character motivation than my family is broke. I have nothing to my name other than this rusty short sword that my father brought home from the war ages ago, and now what? Like, those are two totally different motivations. How about you found this letter that you snuck into a noble's house, and you found a letter describing some great relic, ancient mystery, that you decided that this was going to be the greatest discovery ever, and you were going to be the one to discover it.
You take the staff to a special room in Tanis, a map room with a miniature of the city all laid out on the floor. And if you put the staff in a certain place at a certain time of day, the sun shone through here and made a beam that came down on the floor here and gave you the exact location of the Well of the Souls.
Where the Ark of the Covenant was kept, right?
Which is exactly what the Nazis are looking for.
I don't know. There's so many different ideas you could just go with. The point is, have you decided? Have you, the player, decided what your character is doing? Like, why the hell are you an adventurer? It's the most simple thing to ask. And again, it could be a simple answer, but it could also be a very complex answer. And the more you dig into those two simple things, the better equipped you'll be to roleplay at the table. Because you'll know this character that much more intimately. Knowing that you got kicked out of the military, you were a soldier, but you know what? You got the boot. You got the boot. They discharged you because you were terrible. And the only other thing you could do was either become a mercenary, and they wouldn't hire you because of your reputation, or become an adventurer. Because there's really nothing else to do if you're a sellsword. Well, that one is a little dicey. You might have to finagle that. You might have to massage that one a little bit because, hey, if you got the boot from the army or from the military or whatever, you might be able to become a mercenary. But then again, maybe not. Why not? Maybe it's because you're disloyal. You're dishonest or disloyal. And that's why you got the boot from the army. And because everybody knows that you don't tell the truth, then you might be SOL. How about that for a background? I mean, these two questions, why are you an adventurer and how did you become an adventurer? I mean, if your city was burnt to the ground and you were the sole survivor, it's a little cliche, sure, but it also is a huge motivation for becoming an adventurer. Like you're going to get revenge or something. Why not? Especially in like a one-shot, that'd be an easy one to go with. These things are really simple to come up with, I think, and yet they also make a hugely dynamic level to your characters. So it's something I'm incorporating into my PCs, my player characters, and I encourage you to do the same. Let me know some of your ideas. Do you ever think about these two questions and have you come up with some unique and exciting answers? Some unique and exciting ideas in regards to these two questions? I'd love to hear those stories. Please share them with me in the comments. I'll be back again with more of this D&D excitement in the vlog tomorrow. Thank you for joining me. I'll see you then. And remember, it's your game. Play your way. If you don't know this, if you don't know the answer to these two questions, you're missing... No. If you don't know the answer to these two questions, you really have totally... No. What do I want to say? Can we talk about some D&D today, y'all? Because that's what I want to do right now. Alright, are you ready to discuss...